Yo, what's happening, everybody? Me here again with another build. This is a nature guide. We're going to cover nature might DPSing and nature healing. So let's jump into it, shall we? So, in terms of my mods, we've got Blast Adapter, Near Venom Boost, Escalating Might, Accelerated Ferocious Plants. I've got Extended Supercharge. This is optional. You can take Penetrating Strikes if you want to. It's just I've been preferring that extra boost from the Supercharges. That's just my personal preference at the moment. Obviously, Restorative Vine Lash in our legs, and then Tumbling Master and Max Damage in our hands and boots. In terms of my artifacts, we are running a Quizlet, Transformation card, Strategist card. In terms of the skills, in fact, let's do allies. We'll do allies first. In terms of the allies, we are Superman. He's probably one of the best AoE allies out there in DC Universe right now. And then, other than that, we have our Empowering Spores. This is super nice with nature because it's designed for nature. It allows our poison ticks to just double or quadruple in damage. It's kind of really stupid on how much damage it does. And then obviously we take General Zod for Warrior's Resolve. This is optional as well. If you don't want to run that, you can rock Luck of the Draw from Batman Who Laughs, wherever he is, over here. So you can rock this one here. The draw the random card, get the random buff. Or if you didn't want to run that, you could take the passive power if you wanted the passive power. That's just that. Or you could take Black Adam for the supercharged generator to give you more back. And that could be another option too. In terms of the skills, let's jump into the skills. Obviously, we take Serpent. This is a supercharged generator, but it also releases the poison, which puts into effect of running Poison Ivy, you know? And then we take Vine Lash, which also releases more poison. Briar does more poison. Ferocious Plant does more poison. And then we respread it all, dealing more poison and refreshing the poison with Harvest. And then we have Neo Venom. This is an AoE loadout. One thing I will say, if I'm using an AoE, you can see that it's an AoE, but you can see when the AoE goes away, the one poison tick is only single target. Okay, so take that into consideration. That is only a single target poison, but that's okay because we spread it anyway. But let's get into it. So obviously we do 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Refresh. 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 And you can sit like this all day. You can sit like this all day doing this, okay? I'm just going to show you what we pulled on them. As you can see here, we pulled near enough 4 mil. 4 mil, and then when I kind of half stopped, it was a 3-7. That's just crazy, right? Bear in mind, if you're fighting a boss, you won't need to say you're fighting a boss and you have all the poisons up and you're doing that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 refresh spam, right? And a guy brings in new ads, but you're still on that same boss, you can just refresh. That's the brilliance of nature, right? You can literally just refresh that. It's great. It's fantastic. It works. It's insane. But if everything's dead and you have to restart, you have to restart the rotation again. So you'd have to do 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, refresh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, refresh, and just rinse and repeat. As you can see, we did a 4.5 mil right there. It's stupid. It's really, really stupid, dude. Like it's just crazy how much damage this does. But yeah, that's pretty much that. Let's jump into the spec. Obviously, I got one into my dual wield, and then we take super speed for the resistances. I take my iconic robot psychic. Technically, I don't need heat vision. I just have it because I have the skill points. Technically, you don't need that. That could be an extra skill point in my precision tree, in my situation what I'm in. Obviously, neo venom boost, super strength, super powered, critical attack chance, critical attack damage, might and power, and then the rest goes in the prec. That's how we spec. Obviously, every now and again, you do want to hit him with a blast attack. As you can see, I just hit that one blast attack and it hit multiple tunes. This is to proc the white mod, and it does add up. As you can see, we did 133,000 just from that one light attack. Okay, so it does add up, you know, when you're running that into a rotation. Jump into the single target. So the single target's a little bit different. Obviously, we take slightly different things. Obviously, we got Serpent Claw, Sprayer, Vine Lash, Ferocious Plants, and then I have Gorilla Form. Reason why we do Gorilla Form is when we go into Gorilla Form, as you can see, your defense's damage output and healing output are increased for a short time. So it increases our damage output. So super handy to have. And then obviously when I go over to my Gorilla Form, this is what I normally have. Technically, you could probably get rid of that. And then rock this, and then put on the return to normal. It's probably be the bad way to do it. So, obviously with the rotation with this, you go 1, 2, and then 3, 4, straight into Gorilla Form, 5, and then you just rinse and repeat this. And refresh it every time. Okay? And if you want to refresh your other ones, you can come back out and go about your business again. Do you know what I mean? But as you can see, we did a 2.7 mil. 2.7 mil from doing that rotation. It's not the best out there. I don't typically like the whole Gorilla Form thing. I mean, if I didn't want to do Gorilla Form, I would probably just go about my business here. And I would probably 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's really hard to do a single target because you kind of want impaling forms and that other one. But then you want, yeah, it's kind of just near on impossible to do. You kind of have to have Gorilla Form, and it's a bit of a problem, really. I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. But yeah, I think that's probably your best go-to in terms of that. Let's do the EOG healer first. Well, let me go back over here actually, just so you guys get the loadout again. So obviously Serpent Claw, Briarheart, Vine Lash, Ferocious Plants, Gorilla Form, Exobite, Robot Psychic, and then when in Gorilla Form, we take Vine Lash, Harvest, Heat Fizz, and this. Realistically, you could probably get rid of the Robot Psychic. I kind of like rocking the Robot Psychic. This is probably what I would run rather than the return to normal. It just means that you're a little bit worse off because it it is a huge problem. It's kind of awkward. I would say actually get rid of new venom boost there, and then run return to normal. I'd probably do it like this. The reason why is you're gonna keep a poison tick up then, and you can still refresh that poison tick with this. Um, it'll keep your damage up a bit, but I mean, rocking that new venom boost in the supercharged tree would do a lot of damage. Um, it's kind of awkward to get it going in terms of single target. As you can see, we pulled a 2.1 mil. Like it's not exactly not going to be pulling damage. It's definitely pulling damage. It just is what it is, right? Let me switch phase here because I think we got some stream snipers here, but yeah, I'm getting to a different phase here. More quieter for us. But yeah, as you can see, we did pull that 2.7 here as a single target, which is strong. It's strong. That's all you guys need to know. It's strong. Let's go into a full heal. Excuse me. Obviously with the healer, restorative adapter. Obviously the head doesn't really change unless I had a healer head. If I had a healer head, I would change it out for either regeneration here, or I would change it for. Let me see if there's any other viable ones. Yeah, I'd probably do that. I'd probably just do the regeneration. You could do insect form if you wanted to rock insect form. Personally, I'm not a big fan of insect form, but that would be another option. Just trying to think. Yeah, Savage Grove. It's not Ferrophone Bloom. What the hell is Ferrophone Bloom? It's Bloom, but what's Ferrophone Bloom? Yeah, Flourish. Always forgetting Flourish, dude. Always forget that move. So obviously with full heal, you could do a couple of things. So obviously you could do cross pollination. This is what most people would do. If you did want to run cross poll, I would drop Bloom in this point if you wanted to do that. But most people just do this. So obviously, jump into weapon augments again. But yeah, that's what I would probably do. In terms of the back, let me see if there's a better back. If I had a healer back, yeah, if I had a healer back, I'd probably do the swarm shield, or I'd do metabolism. Them two would be pretty solid options in terms of a healer, as technically we do run both. Obviously, swarm shield and metabolism. So that, yeah, take that into consideration. You could rock them too. Obviously artifacts, purple healing ray, Age of Destiny, transformation card. In terms of leg mods, I don't think there's really any option in terms of a healer. Serpent Claw, Vine Lash, and Raw. I mean, realistically, not really a lot of an option. Bear in mind, a Raw will heal if you wanted to rock Raw in your loadout, but no one really does. It's kind of pointless. So, yeah, legs just meh, is what it is. Obviously, Tumbler Master, max damage. Jump into the loadout. Obviously, loadout, Savage Growth. This is a nice healing tick over time. Obviously, metabolism is our group heal. So if we got a purple healing ray, this is the heal over time effect with a purple healing ray. And then Blossom is a shield with the purple healing ray. But obviously, you can clip all three of these. You can clip actually all four of these if you really wanted to. And then Flourish. What Flourish does is actually really clever. Because what Flourish will do is whatever I have going in terms of my Ferrophones, it will reset them Ferrophones and it releases brand new Ferrophones. So it's kind of like a refresh in terms of like like the DPS where Harvest refreshes, it's literally the healer version of a refresh. So it's really, really nice to use. And then obviously we take Swarm Shield. Just nice to have that extra bit of protection when we're doing our heals, you know. But as you can see, you can just do 1-2 for the best part, you know. 1-2 would cover quite a lot of people. You know, you can hit them with a flourish. 1-2. It is a bit power hungry in terms of power cost, in terms of nature. It's just nature. Nature's always been like that on the healer side. It's just been very, very power hungry. Unfortunately, it just is what it is. In terms of my allies, we do have obviously Shazam. This is our bread and butter. I've said this many times and many times over. This is really our bread and butter. And then we take Zyborg for that extra passive power regeneration, which is really nice. And then I take Exabyte Overdrive. Super nice, super handy. So that is the rotation. Damage growth, metabolism, cross pole, blossom, flourish, swarm shield. If you did not want to run this and you did want to fit in your supercharge, I would just say rock that. That would be your supercharge loadout, okay? So it would be your standard heals. You've still got a refresh. You've still got a shield. Plus you got a supercharge. That's what I would say. If you didn't want to also rock cross pole, I would move that skill there. This is just how I prefer it. And I would run Bloom. Bear in mind, Bloom, if you jump cancel it, you don't have to deal with the problem of it. Okay? So take that into consideration. These are flex spots. So this skill, cross pollination, and your supercharge is all a flex spot. Okay? If that's something you want to flex in, you're more than welcome to do so. The only reason why I put cross pole on the third ability is, like I say, you can clip all three of them together quite easily. You could even actually clip all four of them together quite easily if you're quick enough. So there is that. So like I say, half the time you don't really want to drop Blossom, hence why we put these three here. But if you weren't running that, I would say put the other two abilities on your fourth ability here. You know, that's just my preference. Hopefully you guys can understand that. We all have our different preference. Obviously, super speed, you go down, get your restraints. Iconic powers, like I say, word of power, it's just what I had spec. I've not changed the spec. I would actually probably take that ability out and just put it into the might and power here. And obviously we've got super speed, super powered, critical healing chance, critical healing magnitude, restoration, might and power. In terms of my weapon, obviously brawling into martial arts, and then we take the shuriken from the brawling tree as our weapon mastery. And there you have it. Let's jump into the EOG healer. So EOG heal stays exactly the same in terms of the mods. In terms of the allies, they're all the same. The only difference is our skills. In terms of the stats and how we spec here, obviously this does change. We take Veraphone Bloom, and then in the super tree, we make sure that we get speed drain and metabolic boost. So we get the 3 supercharges, which are really, really cheap at cost. You know, they all cost only 2,500, as you can see here. And it allows us to drop our EOGs pretty consecutive and pretty handy. So obviously we've got Savage Growth. This is just a nice heal over time. We've then got more healing over time. And then I take Shield. Realistically, you could probably get rid of the shield and just run Blossom. I'd probably do that actually, because the purple healing ray shield does save a lot of people. It's really up to you what you kind of choose. I mean, bear in mind, Swarm Shield will go around 4 group members, where this shield, if the healing rate is procced, will only go around 1 person. Okay. You could actually get rid of Savage Growth, and you could actually do this too. This is another option. Me personally, I just run that instead. That's just my personal preference. And then obviously Fairphone Blue, Speed Drain, Metabolic Boost. That allows us to then do a ton of healing, but it also allows the... I don't know if it's going to proc actually if I'm... Oh yeah, there you go. As you can see, purple healing ray, you know, providing that I've got the superchargers up, you know, we can keep proccing that purple healing ray, you know, as much as and as effective as we can. So yeah, that's pretty much that. That covers that. Obviously, white mods stay the same. Like I say, if I had a healing back and a healing chest, obviously it would be Metabolism, and then the helmet would be obviously regeneration. In this case, doesn't make a lot of sense. If you're going pure EOG and this is all you wanted to do, I would actually probably swap it out for the Ferrophone. The reason why I would do Ferrophone is because you may get a little bit more of a substantial heal back when you proc that, as you get heals from it. So, yeah, take that into consideration. But there you have it. There's the nature in-depth guide. I'm not going to do precision, but obviously if you are prec, I'll just do the rotation real quick. Obviously the vortex trap, you'd have Whirling Dervish here. And then in terms of skills, I would do that, and then where's Carnage? I'm saying that you can probably do Serpent Claw actually. Might even be a little bit better. Either Serpent Claw or Briar for your main ability. And that was Carnage. There it is, Carnage. So obviously you would have that. You would have that. You'd have Robot Sidekick here, and you would do obviously weapon attack. Them two. Weapon attack, number 4, weapon attack, Whirling Dervish, weapon attack, vortex, so forth, right? So that's what I would run personally. In fact, let me see. I don't even think I can do it. Yeah, we can't. So obviously, we could probably get it to look a little bit better here. So, providing what you want it to do, you could do good point actually. I would actually do this. I would do Vortex Trap, Whirling Dervish, and then I'd have Neo Venom. If you didn't want Neo Venom, you could actually rock in that 3rd rotation. You could actually get rid of Robot Psychic as well if you didn't want Robot Psychic, and then rock Plant as well. So you do them two. You do your Whirling Dervish, Weapon Mastery, Vortex, Weapon Mastery, Plant. You know, and then just rinse between the 3 clips. And then in that sense, you would still have your supercharge. You know, or if you didn't want a supercharge, you could take the psychic. If you didn't want vortex, say vortex as well in Dervish, and you didn't want vortex, you can have psychic. You could have Neo Venom boost on your bar. You know, there's options. Okay, that's all I'm saying. But yeah, there you have it. That's nature in a nutshell. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe. I'll see you all the next one. Take care. Hopefully this you got any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I do stream on Twitch a few days a week. So come and check me out there as well. We do play this game, we play other games. I'm kind of more of a variety streamer. I've said this time and time before. I play a ton of different games. But yeah, hopefully this helps you guys understanding nature a little bit better. Yeah, and obviously I don't need to tell you, we're pure might, so we got might augments, might implants, and then obviously we all spec might when we're DPSing. So yeah, have a good one. Take care, all the best. See you in the next one. Peace.